what's up, everyone? My name's Cody Jones, and honestly, man, I just want to say first off, Happy Memorial Day or Happy Early Memorial Day to everyone. And today, I'm not going to be joined by Michael and Daquan because everyone has been busy with some personal agendas as of lately, which ain't nothing wrong with that, you know. I mean, we're all busy with our own personal lives. But I think we're coming down to our maybe last two episodes for a while. I mean, we will be coming back to continue season two of a P-Thing podcast. You know, it's like with everything going on, everyone has been like just busy with our own stuff as of late, you know. So it's like we're all just occupied uh, with our own personal shit, you know. But it's like I guarantee that we will be coming back with more episodes as usual. And honestly, we're gonna stop at 20 for a bit and come back a little bit around maybe I would say fall, like a little bit after summer. I'll tell you that much. um, Honestly, man, it's like there's been a whole lot going on as of lately and all that. You know, it's like I guess I kind of want to make this episode like a bit of a ranting kind of episode, you know, where I'm just going to be talking about like personal shit and personal opinions on a whole lot of things that's been happening. But also, I want to make this episode, like the rest of it, a little bit different, you know. Like, it's going to be a bit of, I guess you could say, a social experiment, if you will. You know, it's like how uh, You Should Know podcast does with people on Discord, how they just invite people onto episodes and shit. Well, it's going to be a bit of a social experiment kind of thing like that. Only I'm not going to be using Discord. I'm actually going to be hopping onto Omegle, you know, to just invite people onto the episode as well. You know, just give them the stage to say whatever they want with appropriate language and all that shit. I say shit and talk about how it's gonna be appropriate. But y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. But first, I want you guys to be sure to follow me on Spotify and hit the bell so you can be notified of new episodes. Also, be sure to subscribe on YouTube on Cody Panda Jones. You know, subscribe to my channel. You know, new videos come out like three videos a week, and also some Let's Plays that will be coming out soon. I'm continuing the storyline for Spider-Man. And honestly, man, let's just get it cracking. And starting off with Spider-Man, dude. I'm excited as a motherfucker for this because when I saw the trailer slash Let's Play for that new Spider-Man 2, I was hyped as a motherfucker for that shit, man. The way that everything played out on that, it was amazing. It was spectacular. No pun intended. It was fucking enormously dope, you know? Like, the way that they fucking made Venom, like, made the Venom suit, and the way that they made Peter exactly as he should have been with the Sam Raimi movie with Tobey Maguire. Like, I kind of want to nitpick on that movie versus the game and the storyline. Like, the way that it should have been done with the Sam Raimi movies and Tobey Maguire, I kind of feel that they fucking made his version of Spider-Man a douchebag, you know? It's like, I did not like the way that they made him into that movie, you know? It's like, no offense to Tobey Maguire or Sam Raimi, you know, I got nothing but love for them too. And I'm a fan of their work and all that. I'm a fan of the Doctor Strange Into the Multiverse of Madness. I thought that movie was fucking excellent. But, And with Tobey Maguire, I'm a fan of Tobey Maguire. I like some of the movies that he's been in, but I feel that with Spider-Man 3, they really botched it, in my opinion. You know, it's like with the comic book, they fucking made Peter aggressive and short tempered. Like, there was a fucking page where he saw a couple arguing or some shit, and he fucking lifted them off, swung around New York to fucking terrify them and shit, and leave them on the roof and put their asses in check, and completely fucking dipped and left them on the roof. It's like that was complete dick-headed like Spider-Man that I wanted to see, you know, because the way that they made him seem aggressive with the with the Venom suit is like the way they perfected that in the Let's Play. It was fucking amazing because Peter was supposed to be aggressive and angry. You know, it's like all his uh, built up aggression was just finally spilling out as it should have. You know, and with the way that they made Craven, I'm not really sure what to think of it. Like, I guess they made him look badass, but not completely true to the comic, you know. And I did react to it on my channel, and it was sick, you know. I still like the way that they made Craven look, and the way that the fucking Venom suit moves and all that shit like a living organism. That was amazing to look at. And finally, with Lizard, I think that the way they done it with him was amazing as well. Very somewhat to the comics as well. Very dinosaur-ish like, but in a very awesome way, you know. All right, so the next thing I want to discuss is I just got done watching fucking Shazam: Fury of the Gods like a few hours ago, and honestly, man, that shit was amazing. Like the way that they fucking told the story and involved a lot more Greek myths in the storyline. Like especially with the fucking harpies, with the minotaurs, with the conversation that keeps leading back to Atlas and his daughters. Like I'm a little bit familiar with the Greek mythology of Atlas and all that. And honestly, man, the way that they played it off, it was amazing. I fucking loved the way that movie was done, the way that the storyline was written, and I love how the fucking scepter like just snaps their powers away every time they get hit. And honestly, man, like the storyline was just spectacular. I loved it. But I don't know. It's like in my opinion, we got a whole lot of Shazam and not a whole lot of Billy Batson. You know, it's like I guess they made it more about the character than the boy. You know, and I have nothing completely against the idea of that. You know, but it's like with the first one, they balanced it with plenty of little Billy and plenty of like badass Shazam. But I'm pissed off at the fact that fucking Dwayne Johnson uh, completely fucked up with the whole lot of stuff, all just to get his way and shit. You know, it annoys me because there were so many dope potential with future Shazam versus Black Adam type shit, you know? And at the same time, I think the same goes for fucking James Gunn, you know? Nothing against James Gunn because the way that he does with the MCU movies is dope. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, but honestly, man, I'm not really digging the fact that he has to rewrite everything in the fucking DCU. But I mean, I'm all for it nonetheless, because I trust his vision, I guess you would say. But honestly, man, Fury of the Gods, that shit was amazing. I loved it. I'd give that movie a fucking 7.5 out of 10. It was cool. I liked it. I would give it an 8, but there were, again, some flaws with a whole lot more Shazam and not much Billy. It's like, it's good to just balance those two characters, even though they're one and the same. But honestly, man, I mean, that movie was dope nonetheless. Alright, man, so I guess the next thing I want to really rant about um, is because I'm uh, I'm already done with the story time with Cody videos, because I think the most recent video I done was about um, about me in my PE story. I I talked about on my channel about how I fucked up my foot and dealt with a fucking asshole PE teacher and shit. I'm not gonna fucking re-explain the story. So if y'all want to hear that, you're gonna have to go to my channel and watch that video. But honestly, at the end of the video, uh, I've been wanting to make it a continuous thing where I would give a fellow YouTuber a shout out, and one of them happens to be my ex, who has a YouTube channel called underscore Yaz or underscore mystery underscore lioness underscore, and she has a video called introducing me. And honestly, man, I just want to give her a shout out again, to really um, show love and support to her channel. And at the same time, I want to continue giving people shout outs on not only the channel, but I also want to do it on the podcast. And honestly, man, I want to give a shout out and give much love to Brain Leaks, man. I love the stories. I love listening to the podcast and everything. The shit is funny. I love uh, the hilarity that Jacksepticeye and Ethan Nestor have together on that. It's comical, it's silly, it's enjoyable to listen to, man. So when you guys get the chance, go ahead and listen to Brain Leaks, man. It is amazing. I love it. These guys are funny motherfuckers, man. And honestly, I want to continuously give people shout outs on the podcast and on Spotify, or yeah, on the podcast and on YouTube. But honestly, man, today I've been really fucking irritable, because there's someone on the fucking go home list that I really want to fucking talk about. And honestly, man, the person that I want to fucking say go home to is this fucking clowny ass motherfucker, man. Like, um, I'm just gonna come out and say, gassy Mexican, man. Not really. I got no quarrels with gassy Mexican, but I do want to say that dude has been really fucking. I don't know. It's like I used to love watching the dude's videos, like when I was in high school and shit. But at the same time, it's like I feel that his content just hasn't really been like as great as it used to be. So again, I'm not shitting on anyone or anything. I'm not dissing, gassing Mexican or anything. I got nothing against the dude. Honestly, man, I've just completely been like losing more and more interest in his videos. But I'm not really gonna say much. But now, for real, I do want to say something about someone though. And this is a dude that I used to fucking know back in high school, man. Um, his name is Ethan Fredericks. I used to know this dude a little bit after high school, you know. But honestly, man, it's like I don't want to really like start shit with him. But honestly, man, it's like I was looking through some of my old messages and shit, and I remember a fucking conversation that he, my ex, and I both shared like in a little group chat where it was just the three of us. And honestly, man, like here's the thing. A little bit after I moved to El Paso, I was very focused on just doing my own thing. Anyway, so it's like I remember when um, a little bit after me and my ex broke up, I was in a very negative space, but moving here to El Paso um, really cleared a lot of things for me. You know, like it gave me peace of mind and a whole new focus on things. You know, it's like I was just completely focused on doing me, doing my own things. You know, it's a new chapter. You know, and one day I get a text on Messenger from a friend of mine. I'm not gonna say who this person is, but this person said that uh, they wanted a video chat. I'm not gonna say the name, so I'm just gonna call this person uh, Brittany. You know, I'm just gonna call this person Brittany. You know. So Brittany called me up on Messenger saying that she wanted to do a video chat, and she completely fucking played me and shit. And when I got on this video chat, it was a complete setup, you know? Like, Bradley, my ex, or... Fuck, I'm completely fucking up already. My ex and Ethan all got into a video chat, and I immediately knew who it was that fucking set the whole thing up. And I didn't recognize my ex until she turned the camera on Messenger. And when I saw her face, I had this fucking like look on my face like, oh shit. Well, something's about to fucking go down south, so I'm not gonna say the first word. I'm just gonna fucking listen to what the fuck they gotta say and not say anything. And this motherfucker had the audacity to open his mouth and talk about how I was calling people names and shit. How I was calling Brittany a fat ass and a whale and calling her all kinds of like very aggressive names about her weight. And here's the thing, I got nothing against skinny people, thin people, tall people, short people. You know, I got none but love for a lot of people. You know, so I want to make that point very clear. I would never trash talk someone unless they trash talk me. And me and Brittany, we were cool. I mean, we didn't talk much, but we were completely on the same page. You know, we both did our own thing. She was focusing on her own personal life. I was focusing on my own personal life in El Paso. So Ethan started opening his mouth, talking all that bullshit, and then my ex jumped in the conversation, talking about how I was saying this about Brittany, saying that about Brittany, just piling on a whole bunch of lies and bullshit just to really like have Brittany keeping up with them against me. So it was a complete like problem between all four of us. And it mostly came from Ethan's clowny ass because I got no beef with the dude. But only reason why he fucking started running his mouth is because he started dating my ex. So honestly, Ethan, if you're listening to this shit, I hope you enjoy my leftovers, motherfucker, because here's the thing. I didn't have no problems with you until you started getting on her side of everything and going against me. I never had problems with people. I never had beefs with people. And whenever I do beef with people, I settle my shit just so that I can make peace on my end. And whether we all make peace together or one of us makes peace and the other person doesn't, that completely depends on that person. I settled my shit to make peace. They didn't. I'm not going to say which ex I'm talking about because I don't want to continue to freaking bring names into personal problems. But when I was reading these messages, I was so fucking angry, man. Like, I had to fucking stay off my phone the whole fucking day just to avert the headache and stress. So, Ethan, if you're listening to this, man, fucking go home, take your ass home, fucking decide whose side you're gonna be on and get your fucking facts straight when you join sides. So, that's all I can say, man. If you're gonna be fucking joining sides with people, get your fucking facts straight on the sides that you're joining. Because if you join sides with people and you don't have the facts on either one, then you're just gonna fucking make yourself look like an idiot. See? It's like, I like to know who I'm dealing with if I'm gonna be joining someone's side. So, honestly, man, that's just my complete rant about this person, man. And honestly, there are other people I want to rant about, but I'll save them for another episode. And honestly, man, I'm cool now. I'm level-headed and everything. I'm doing my own thing. I've been a bit out of the dating world as of lately as well. But I've been completely like just focusing on my family and focusing both on the podcast and the channel. So I have been talking to some people here and there, just flirting it up a bit and shit, just just fucking spitting game, and flirting with whoever because I ain't gonna lie, I do flirt. I have a habit of flirting, even if I'm not looking for love, but I'm just looking for, like, I want to say I'm looking for tail, but at the same time, I do want to eventually find love, And honestly, man, I don't know, I guess it's just a me thing, It's like I flirt, but I don't want to find love because if I find love, I'm afraid I'm going to end up getting my heart stabbed again. And honestly, I don't want to go through that bullshit another time, So I guess I want to find love, but I don't want to find love. I want to chase tail, but at the same time, I want more than that, I guess it just says that I'm a very complicated person, but that's not the case, I'm not complicated, I just don't want to get hurt. And I'm very curious how many people would agree with that. But Honestly, I mean, love is a tricky thing. Love is tricky, but other than that, man, that pretty much does it for today's podcast rant. Alright, guys, so right now I'm going to be doing a little social experiment where I'm going to be having a few people on Omegle, just pop up on the podcast and just say what they want to say. And honestly, like, I've been on Omegle plenty of times before. I've done some videos, and honestly, there's been quite a few people who don't really have a lot to say or even want to say anything at all. But again, this is a bit of a social experiment, so I hope that y'all enjoy this nonetheless. Yo, I hope y'all don't mind not have you be a part of the podcast. It's like I'm doing this as a social experiment, to bring. I guess he was not interested.
I'm looking to have people pop up. I can't see what they said.
How y'all doing?
I'm looking for people to pop up.
It's a bit of a social experiment,
Right here. You changed my. Did you fart?
Like, I'm mainly doing this. Okay, I guess they don't really care. I'm actually doing a podcast right now.
Habla español? Yo habla español?
I speak English.
You speak English?
Yeah, I'm actually recording a podcast.
What's wrong with your teeth?
Hmm?
What's wrong with your teeth?
None?
What's wrong with your mouth?
None?
What is wrong? There's something wrong with your mouth. I can see it.
Nothing.
I already saw it. What's wrong with your mouth? I already saw it.
I
already saw it.
No.
Well, what is it?
No.
Your teeth are all fucked up, eh?
Yeah. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I already saw it.
I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. But, I mean, if you want to know, then you're going to have to watch one of my videos, man. I talked about how I fucking got into a fight and shit. What's going on? What's going on? I guess some people do not really care to be on anything. But I mean, like I was saying, man, all this is just a little social experiment, to really just give people like the chance to just say whatever they want, give them the stage. I don't know. Huh? I guess he did not really care. But I mean, that's fine, it's like everyone gets a chance to say something. Yo, what's going on, man? You look high as fuck.
I'm fucking high.
I mean, hey, then there ain't nothing wrong with people being high, man. Because you know what? Because you know what? My argument on people smoking weed is completely, like, just on them, I hope you don't mind, but I got you recording on the podcast. I'm making this one episode into a social experiment, to really just thank you. I appreciate that. But it's like I want to give people online the chance to just speak on the podcast, to really just say what they want. Because all this episode is just a social experiment, to let people just be more involved with the podcast as well. Okay, so apparently this guy said I fucking look like Mr. Beast, and I kind of take that as a compliment. And honestly, man, I got nothing against Mr. Beast. I mean, despite all that's been going on and shit. But it's like, I want to do more with this podcast and just make people feel, yo, what's going on?
I'll look that.
Okay. Like, this whole podcasting on Omegle is an experiment. I guess most of this episode is just me talking. But again, I guess some people just don't want to speak. Yo, what's going on? Maybe it's best I just let them know first. Maybe it'd be easier if I just pause the recording and then speak. Right now, there's just some guy in a mask, which has a whole bunch of shit on it. Okay, yeah, I don't really like people that fucking use loud ass fucking maximum volume audio. Thank goodness I'm not listening to this shit on the fucking headphones. But all this is just a social experiment. You know what? I think I'm just gonna let people know first and then resume the recording. No, because like I've just been recording this whole thing while just skimming through some people.
I'm a world champion.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, it's good to know that some people can say something.
What up?
Yo, what's going on, man? Just want to let you know I'm running a little social experiment, bringing people on Omegle into a podcast episode to make them feel like they're part of an episode. So I'm basically just giving everyone the chance to say whatever they want.
Wait, they can hear me right now?
Yep. Episode will be up tomorrow.
Let me think.
Uh,
What?
I was going to say how this episode is going to be up tomorrow on Spotify.
I'm trying to think. I forgot what I was gonna say.
I guess he wasn't interested. Nah, no biggie. Just figured I have people feel like as if they're part of the episode and all.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, so hot. So hot. What?
I'm giving people the chance to say something on a podcast episode to make them feel welcomed. Because some people ain't interested. I mean, hey, if people ain't interested, it's all good. I hope you don't mind this little social experiment. Okay, I guess not. Honestly, man, this whole podcasting on Omegle thing was a stupid idea. I don't know. It's like I guess it just really makes people feel like they're part of the episode. You good? Or you sound like you hit yourself on something. I have no idea if y'all taking pictures of some shit. That was the most fucking boring interaction on this fucking thing. Hey, how you doing? Fuck no. Yeah, man, it's like I can't be fucking having people playing their shit on this podcast, you know. Hey, how you doing?
Before you skip our money, social experience, you have the opportunity to speak on my podcast to realize they are part of it.
You know, like I'm just okay, not interested. It's all good. Yeah, this whole podcast on Omegle thing was stupid. Yeah, I love the facial hair.
Bro, my life is in a picture. That's what I'm saying.
It's good to know some people acknowledge me. Sad as that sounds.
Hey, bro.
Hey, what's going on, man? Running a social experiment for a podcast episode.
Of course, man.
What's up?
Of course, man. You the man, bro.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I'm guessing that you're a gamer or something.
Nah, I'm not a gamer, bro. I play video games for fun, but I originally do music, my man. You seem like a pretty cool person, bro. I wish you the best on your podcast.
Thank you. New episode drops tomorrow. Figured I'd let people feel like as if they're part of it. Well, I guess someone wasn't really feeling the fact that they're being on a podcast episode, so I fucking completely got banned off this shit. It was so fucking ridiculous, man. But you know what? I mean, shit happens, you know? It's like I didn't fucking violate any fucking restricted rules or anything. I wasn't fucking doing anything inappropriate or saying anything terrible. I mean, I'm fucking fully dressed and shit and being completely friendly with motherfuckers, but I don't know. I have no idea why the fuck I got removed and banned off of Omegle, but you know what? Shit happens, and I still got the chance to have some people just like be able to interact, you know? Because that's all this podcast is, you know, just stories, humor, conspiracies, interactions, you know, it's like it's one whole like, social project that I run, you know, whether it's YouTube, whether it's the podcast, all it is just interaction with one or more people and just having the freedom to say whatever the fuck we please with nothing holding us back and shit, you know. But I guess some people just don't really want to be involved in it and willing to go to a point of just reporting someone on some bogus ass reason, even if you're not doing a goddamn thing. But you know what? It is what it is, man. And honestly, I ain't even tripping. You know, shit happens. People would rather see you fall and completely crumble than see you fucking rise up and succeed and shit. But you know what? I don't even care about that now, you know? It is what it is. But on that, I hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday, man. And also be sure to enjoy your Memorial Day, you know? We at the AP Thing podcast just wish to send y'all love and everything, you know? But on that, I hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday. We love y'all, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. And again, we're stopping at 20 for a bit and coming back after summer. So, we're out. Peace. Well, I'm out.